Hi, my name is Hannah, and I am a product designer. I have about 3 years of experience. My last job, I ended up leaving my job due to relocation and also becoming a mom. So I've been on break for about a year now, and now I'm just getting into the market to look for a new job. And I feel like definitely it is a little bit harder than my first time looking for a job without any experience. I think I got more interviews than, well, I can't say that because I've been only looking for about 2 weeks. So um, I still haven't heard back from a lot of places, and from what I've heard, a lot of people are saying that it takes about a month for some companies to get back to you, especially because it's been the holidays. So I started applying December 23rd on LinkedIn. I only use LinkedIn, haven't really had much luck with other places, unfortunately. A lot of places are easy apply, and I would also message people. What I also do is I don't just look on the job posting, I also look at specifically search up companies that I'm interested in or I've seen designers work in, and I look at the companies, and surprisingly sometimes they do have product designer or UX design roles open, so I would apply to that. And it's a little weird because sometimes it doesn't, those companies I search up don't show up on the job board, so maybe I have a better chance of getting that job. I don't know. And week prior to this week, or a week prior to when I started applying, I already received a invite to a recruiter call screening from a similar company that I was at prior related to commercial real estate. It was a simple screening call regarding my experience, what I've worked in, so it wasn't a difficult call, and I had that this week. And she said that she would be getting back to me within 2 weeks. And then January 4th, I also received another invite to a job, but this wasn't really through applying, it was cold messaging. He had worked at my prior company, and he is design manager there. So he said that we can have a conversation and see where that goes. So we'll see. And I'm prepping for that for this coming week. And I'm just in case I'm having a deck ready so that I could kind of walk him through my design portfolio as well as my experience and about me. And yeah, and then I have one more interview, recruiter screening call for this week, this Monday, for a fintech company as well. So that's the lined up interviews. I guess I've had some interviews, but from what I'm looking on the job board, it seems like most of the roles that are available are senior, and as you may know, senior starts from roughly 5 to 7 years, and I have about 3 years, so it's a little bit on the border. But I wouldn't self reject myself for a senior because I think I can do it. It's just sometimes recruiters or hiring managers want a certain number of experience, so I think that's definitely the difficult part. Um, so in terms of how I'm prepping, I have a notes section on my laptop where I wrote down all the questions that I think that they may ask. I've done a lot of interviews in the prior years, so I kind of have an understanding of what they would ask as a recruiter or a design manager and things like that. And I just have to brush up on some of the terms from my prior projects so that I can talk about it in a more fluid way. So that's definitely something that I'm prepping. And also fine-tuning my portfolio and resume. I think that's definitely something that I have to work on as well. Uh, in terms of my portfolio, I built it on Framer. I first designed it on my on Figma, but I didn't do the whole thing of transferring exactly how it looked on Figma to Framer because I honestly I don't have that much experience for Framer, so I was a little bit it was a little bit of a learning curve for me. But I think what was easier for me to do was rather pick out a few templates and then start changing up how I wanted it to look or how it would have looked similar to my Figma design and just transfer it over and put it in rather than copy it exactly how it is on Figma. Because if I use a template, then it just already built out for all different device sizes. So I think that was definitely a lot easier to design and change. In terms of small little features on my portfolio, something that I done that maybe not everyone would do is I picked out different templates and look for certain features at different templates, and I would copy it over to my Framer original website. So, for example, I'm working on Framer website number 1, and then I wanted to add a recommendation section in my portfolio. I went to a different different Framer template, and then just copied that over and put it into my Framer website. So that translated really nicely, and it's very similar to Figma, so not very hard to use. So, and all the animations are very easy to put in, and if you just search on YouTube, you can definitely do a lot of things. So, for example, my navigation, it looks like a normal navigation, but when you scroll down, it has this animation where it shrinks so that it doesn't take up the whole top. I just didn't want the block to be on the top, so that it's more, it looks more natural and it doesn't take up. It almost looked like an eyesore to me, so I wanted to make it a little bit smaller so it doesn't take away from my design. That's definitely it. Maybe I'll share my portfolio here and how I made it, but I don't think it's that special. um, yeah, I think that's basically it for my journal. Hopefully, move on to my next interviews. To be honest, I haven't been applying as actively for the past week or so because I wanted to fine tune my portfolio and resume a little bit more before I apply. It almost feels like you have one shot at applying because after you apply, they already looked at your portfolio. I don't want to have any mistakes in there, so I took a pause on there. But hopefully, I'll still continue to get interviews. We'll see. But thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, and also, I wanted to add, if you have any questions about portfolio or if you want to do a portfolio review together, I'd love to do that. So feel free to reach out. I'll leave my LinkedIn or email here.